Stephen Goodman for Flyer News, and our question for Word on the Street this week: how do you feel the university has addressed racial issues this year? So again, our question is: how do you feel the university has addressed racial issues this year?
Well, I think it somewhat depends on what you consider the university in this instance. In the racial issues, I think it's clear that our university still has an ongoing dialogue and situation to talk about with just the huge majority of white population on campus and minority populations, and how there isn't a very cosmopolitan sense, as speaker during the race symposium, Dr. Elijah Anderson talked about last week. But I am happy with some of the things the university has done, allowing talks. The race symposium I thought was needed and appropriate. I'm not sure how much of an effect it will have, but I like that the university supported that, and also that Student Government Association had talks about the ghetto conversation, allowing people to come together in the fall. And it was also nice to see President Dr. Curran showing support during one of the gatherings at this fountain area earlier this year, with showing solidarity for other racial issues across the country. Those are good things. Those aren't full solutions or where things need to be. And based on the alumni launch I went to during the race symposium, I'd say that the university administration still has a bigger role to play in creating a more diverse campus, and getting its students to understand, respect each other more. So I think that we had some good steps this year. I'm happy with what UD did, and in my opinion, keeping itself together, being able to talk about stuff. We didn't have any huge turmoils like other campuses, but we need to keep this conversation going and look to take bigger steps in the future.
All right, so again, our question is: how do you feel the university has addressed racial issues this year?
I feel that the university has addressed it very well. There's been numerous talks and opportunities to hear about difficult times that people of other races have to go through, and I just really think that they're doing a really good job.
All right, so again, our question is: how do you feel the university has addressed racial issues this year?
We kind of talked about how they address racial issues more to underclassmen, and it's kind of hard to get the point across to upperclassmen when they have things like guest speakers and events going on, because since upperclassmen aren't on campus, it's harder for us to know what to get involved in, especially if we aren't in KU or somewhere where it's like high traffic area. It's hard to get emails kind of work out when they tell us what's going on, but we just don't really read them that much, I don't think.
I think it's also kind of hard because as freshmen, you have to go to those core classes and you're involved in that type of stuff and are required to do those things for like specific papers, but kind of as juniors and seniors, as you get more into your major, you're not focused on those things unless that is something that your topic is doing or like a club. So it's easy to kind of move away from that stuff as you are a junior and senior at least. So.
Yeah, but I think that they do a good job of bringing in guest speakers and having different events. It's just, I don't know how great of a turnout those are for upperclassmen, especially to attend. That's basically what we were saying. And we talked about sheet signs and how I think they do a good job of using those to get shorter messages across, but it's hard to go beyond those short messages.
I agree with that, and I think that it's kind of hard because you don't really know what the university is going to do, with sheet signs, if they're going to take it down, if not. So maybe, people are, kind of, shy about that. You don't really know kind of where everyone stands on it. So I think they do a really good job of it, but it's just kind of not, at least for me, and I think Missy as well, not as prevalent as we see it around campus. So.
One.
So again, our question is, how do you feel the university has addressed racial issues this year?
I feel like the university has tried to promote the conversations. They put a space in for people to come out with their opinions and have a discussion about the topic. I just feel like a lot of people around campus don't really feel comfortable speaking out loud, so it's a little harder to get that type of participation or attendance in those certain conversational spaces.
Okay.
I think the president has made a really big effort to try to make everyone feel comfortable and to try to. I remember getting an email that said he was happy to have anyone that had any questions or concerns like personally reach out to him, and I think that's been a really big help in making everyone on campus feel like their voices can be heard, which has been really helpful with the situation.
I've always felt like really accepted and open here, and yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That's all for this week. For more updates, be sure to check us out online, flyernews.com. Follow us on Twitter @FlyerNews, and look us up on Facebook, YouTube, and SoundCloud.